So, Brandon, what's this? What is this Bert Kreischer viral video?
Bert Kreischer pisses me off. I don't know why he's going viral today for this stupid video.
Well, because of the responses to it. Really.
What he decides to do, he's in L.A., he decides to go to his local Rite Aid. Now, if he frequents Rite Aid like he pretends, he would know that for about the last 6 months, they've been telling you every time you go to Rite Aid, hey, we're shutting down. And this isn't just his L.A. Rite Aid. This is almost every Rite Aid in the U.S.
Yeah,
it's really almost every Rite Aid?
Yeah, the one in Berkeley and the one in Huntington Woods, the two I drive by, they've been having closeout sales.
Yeah, they have these big signs out front that say everything must go because they were going to close at first at the end of July, and then I think they pushed it to the end of August, and now I think they're pushing it to the end of the year.
Does this affect my Rite Aid in Ferndale?
Yes.
It does?
Yeah, probably does.
I didn't know that.
Dude, I no longer have a pharmacy in my hometown, and it sucks. It's pissing me off.
Wait, there's not a mom and pop pharmacy?
No, there's no pharmacy in my town now.
Are you okay?
I'm pissed off about it, but I'm even more pissed off at Bert Kreischer.
We're forced to move there.
So what Bert Kreischer decides to do, he decides to go to this Rite Aid and then film it as if it's been looted, in a sense. Almost like, hey, man, we're living in end times. Check this out.
But what's fucked up is when you look at the responses, you have half the people laughing at Bert for not knowing the story about Rite Aid. And then you have the other half of the people going, well, you keep voting for Democrats, that's what you're going to get. Because they think it's part of the whole loot, like it's just been looted to its bones.
It turned into a political conversation, all because Bert Kreischer.
But they're Brandon, they were two different conversations. One's like, you're an idiot, you're not following the news. And the other is just, that's what it's just nobody's reading any response.
It's just like Jimmy Pearsall, the receiver that was shot. Kamala Harris, that's what you get when you get Democratic policies and wide receivers get shot.
Bert Kreischer ignores all the signs, the 500 signs that are all plastered all over the outside of this Rite Aid. He walks in and he makes this stupid video.
This is Los Angeles. Everything is gone. Look at this.
Look how amazed he is by it.
I think this place is going. This looks like it's been looted, and I guess thieves just come in and take whatever's expensive and just fucking walk out with it.
Yeah, that's what happened. That's exactly what happened.
This is unrecognizable.
That does happen, but not there.
When I moved to Los Angeles,
not to that extent either, Drew.
You spend the fucking afternoon looking around. This is so fucking sad.
Are you okay, Bert?
It pisses me off.
Just take your shirt off.
Because he puts this video out. It goes super viral. Like Mark said, you have everybody politicizing it, but then you also have a few people trying to correct him. But he made this video knowing that he walked past all those signs that said stores closing. The Rite Aid that's in my hometown looks the exact same as the one in L.A. because everything must go, which means they're selling all of their inventory, you dipshit. He's an idiot, but he goes viral for it. And,
Is Bert's arena tour still going on?
I'm not sure. He's on top of the world still.
No, every time I look, he's doing these giant venues with all these big comedians, which I think is because if it was just him, of course, he could not possibly do arenas. But, he's had enormous success. But I also see the podcast analysis, the podcast Cringe Isn't Too Lazy to Try, and Comedy Enforcement, those platforms that talk about podcasts a lot. They've been talking about the downfall of Bert Kreischer for a long time. All three of them, they just pound on him. And he is ridiculous a lot of the time. But anyway, that Two Bears, One Cave is a giant show. It was number one. It was top 5 for a long time. And then I think I'm not sure what the tipping point was. It might have been the vodka.
Yeah.
After the vodka, it seems like their comments got all negative on that show. All negative. The audience shrunk from I swear to God, they could do 1.5 million, 1 million every show. And it got down to I'd say 500,000, now 300,000. And Bert did an episode last week without Tom, and it had 100,000, which is a ton.
Yeah.
It'll still be a top 100 podcast. I guarantee it'll be probably closer to the top because they have their audio listens too. Mm-hmm. It's still very strong, but just to watch your audience dwindle like this has got to be really tough.
So Bert has 2 shows coming up in Vegas, and there's the seating chart. And all that blue right there.
Yeah.
Those are all available.
Oh, what?
No, the show's not till September.
He's got
but
time.
People buy tickets early.
And it's September right now. That was kind of my point.
I forgot it was September.
It's September 27th.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Ooh, what's the other show look like?
No, I'm not going to any depressing shit like that. Too sensitive.
Let me find the other one.
Oh, shit. Why is this so much fun looking at unsold arenas?
Well, because if you expect someone to fill an arena,
I know.
and you don't like them.
The J-Lo one was the one that was just, I don't know why
I
I
could
took
do
to
this all
showing
day.
that.
I could look up people's tickets all day.
Yeah, sometimes I do that. I know, it's terrible.
Well, Saturday pretty much his Saturday show looks pretty much the same.
Oh, man.
That's all unsold.
That sounds like they should have done one show.
Yeah, good point.
And they would have had less of those blue empty seats.
I mean, you can get row 1 that's available.
I'm
AA.
gonna try not to say a prayer that most of those seats say stay blue.
120.
Try not to say a prayer.
They might be overpriced. $130.
Who's there besides Bert?
It's just Bert. $100.
Just
in that
Bert?
in the middle. Yeah.
That's inflation for you.
Just Bert? Oh, no wonder.
Where's Resort World in Vegas? Is that a place I should know? Resort World?
I'm not sure.
That's where he's playing, the Resort World Theater.
Okay. Yeah, it didn't look like that big a theater. How many's that
Oh,
hold?
it's pretty big. It looks like the size of the Fox, I would say.
Yeah, but this guy was doing arenas. and he was-
5,000. It's bigger than the Fox.
Not only that, on the podcast, he talks about all the time. I'm an arena comic.
Yeah.
I mean, all the time. People got really sick of it.
Wow.